Hi, welcome to the Motion Picture Notion. Today we're going to discuss Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. Season of the Witch was my personal first Halloween movie that I ever saw. I saw that before I saw the original with Michael Myers. It's got that like kind of late 70s, early 80s horror vibe, you know, where it's like, it's not quite like real life, but like that's sort of the thing, you know, like you go along for the ride. It's really fun, and it had that really cool, creepy John Carpenter music. Now, everybody's opinion about this movie is essentially, oh, it's dumb, and it's a fucking awful movie, and, you know, what a ripoff. And I mean, to a degree, yeah, they're right, because it was called Halloween 3. But I would ask, if that were not the title, okay, if it was called Halloween Mask, or The Mystery of Silver Shamrock, or whatever, okay, would the feedback have been that negative? It's not a perfect movie, it has some cheese, but as I've said in my previous videos, I like a little bit of cheese on my horror movies sometimes. Some of the most fun horror movies in history have had a pretty substantial amount of cheese. Fright Night, Dawn of the Dead. But I mean, like, apart from the cheese, it's kind of a creepy concept, you know? It's really every parent's worst fucking nightmare, and it kind of goes with all the scares that were happening, you know, around that time. Oh my god, there could be like a razor blade in this candy bar. It kind of like took those fears and sort of like added to them in a supernatural way, you know? And I mean, yeah, it's got robots and stuff, but come on, that's entertaining. That's gold right there. Even if people didn't like it, they would be like, that was a dumb movie. And they would watch it at parties or something like that, and they'd be like, that's dumb, but it's fun. Like, the reason why there's so much animosity towards it is because it is called Halloween 3. And that is not the fault, in my opinion, of the actual horror film itself. This is one of the things that I like about 80s horror films, is that, like, I wanted to be in them. You know what I mean? Modern horror films, I mean, in terms of being scary, are a lot better, yes, but Insidious? Fuck that. I wouldn't want to be in that movie. Sinister? Hostel? Like, no. Jesus, no. Like I watch those movies and I enjoy being, like, disturbed, creeped out, or scared. Movies like Halloween 3, it's like, wow, how cool would it be to be in that movie? You know, so I really do think that the movie had genuine entertainment value. I don't think that it deserves the hate that it gets. Now, according to what I understand, the whole thing behind Halloween 3 was, John Carpenter was on board with this, was that they were going to basically, like, they were going to franchise the Halloween series, but every film was going to be, like, its own different story. Which, honestly, I think would have been a fantastic idea because, you know, it's Halloween. Witches, werewolves, gargoyles, vampires, zombies, like, I mean, any supernatural thing that you can think of, you could tie into Halloween. So, in theory, it would have been a good idea. The problem, and the fatal flaw, in my opinion, was Halloween 2. Because they had Halloween 1 with Michael Myers, and then they wrapped up that story with Halloween 2, and then when Halloween 3 came out, people were like, what the fuck? I think that if they wanted to, you know, split the stories up or have it be different stories, I personally think that they should have started right from the second Halloween movie. And then, I think that Halloween 3 would have been received a lot better. So, hey guys, if you haven't seen Halloween 3, check it out. I mean, I think if you like 80s horror movies, I think you'll have a good time with it. But just don't look at it as a Halloween film. Look at it as its own horror movie. Ignore the damn title and watch the movie for what it is. And I almost guarantee you'll have a good time. That's all she wrote.